Are you a business owner who's starting out and literally have no idea what to post? Or are you an established business owner who's already posting online, but you kind of feel like your content is all over the place and you and your audience isn't really resonating? Let me let you know, it may or may not be a content problem. It could also be the fact that you haven't defined your business clearly and authentically online. So, today I'm going to walk you through how you can authentically showcase your brand online. I own a social media strategy and management business called Soft Girl Socials. And in the last year, I've had so much trouble trying to figure out my content. I also didn't have a clear identity online. Like, I knew what I was doing. I knew I was, offering workshops, offering coaching, offering full service management, but I didn't know how to necessarily showcase my personality and also just my overall brand mission through my content. And because of that, my content felt really random. It was inconsistent. It was just very broad as well. If people came to my page, they would see that I was giving tips. They didn't necessarily know what my business was overall. Once I got really clear on my brand identity, that helped me show up so much better. And a lot of times too, my rule of thumb is if I'm not necessarily resonating with the content that I'm posting, 9 times out of 10 my audience is either. So that also just helped me really hone in on what I was producing. I want to be really clear. Your brand isn't necessarily just your logo, your aesthetics, a lot of times not just what you're offering or your services, but it's the way that people connect with you. It's your personality, it's what you have to offer. So step number 1, I want you to think about what do you want to be known for. So this is not all about what you do, but it's what you represent. So in my head, I like to call myself the social media guru. But what I actually want to be known for is being a social media coach who helps simplify social media for business owners online. That's my foundation for my posts. So I try to then funnel that message through the content that I'm creating. Step number 2, who are you talking to? Like, seriously. This ties into who your target audience is. So you need to get really clear on who you're talking to, because you could be aimlessly talking to anybody and they're going to be looking like, who is she talking to? And they're watching you online. Last year, when I was figuring out my business, I felt like I didn't have a defined audience that I was talking to. I was just like, I'm talking to any creator, any business owner, any entrepreneur, anybody who's trying to be online. That's very broad, right? Like, there's so many people who are trying to show up on social media. But once I actually buckled down and honed in on small business owners, entrepreneurs, that really helped expand my reach more. So be very specific and think about these messages as you're trying to figure out who your audience actually is. What are their pain points? What are they struggling with? What are they overthinking about? What do they want to gain more knowledge on? Because once you figure those things out, that'll also help you create things a little bit more easier. Step number 3, what do you want to help them with? So for me, I want to help business owners focus on social media so they can just get back to focusing on what is important, which is what they're doing in their business. So I want you to kind of think about that as far as how you want to help your audience. Fill in the blank. I help blank so they can do blank. This will also help you not second guess, because then once you really hone in that way, then it's like you always know who you're talking to consistently. And lastly, this may seem a little cheesy, but describe your brand in 3 words. Actually. And I'm telling you to do this because if you think of what you want your brand to achieve, then I need you to also then think about, is that being translated in your social media? So like for me, for instance, the 3 things that come to my mind for my business would be authentic, confidence, and empowerment. Those are the 3 ways in which I want my page to resemble to other people. And these are really important because these will help you guide your tone, your messaging, and also your content. So, I also want you to know this is not an overnight thing, and this isn't something you have to rush or figure out within this week so then you could post tomorrow. This is something that's going to take time to nurture, to figure out. And then once you figure that out, you are going to notice a shift on your social media. For me, I did a lot of trial and error. I'm the type of person who will throw spaghetti at the wall and figure out what's going to stick. And it took me several months for me to really hone in on all these different factors. And now I'm noticing that I'm connecting more with my audience. My audience is connecting more with me. And I can just see that in the analytics behind my content as well. Just start implementing these few steps, and over time, you're going to notice a significant difference. All this is going to help you in terms of your brand is helping you know what to post, helping your page make more sense, and allowing people or your audience to understand you faster. That is the goal. Those are my quick tips for you in this video. This month, we're going to focus on how you can establish your presence online. So be sure to like and subscribe, help your girl out, so you can stay tuned for the next video for next week. A worksheet is in the works that will tie into this video. Hoping that it will be here by the time this video goes out. If it is, it's in the description. If not, stay tuned for next week because it will be a part of next week's video. And this will also help you be able to translate all these different things that I talked about in this video into real time. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next week.